Welcome to our Miroku Association USA West Coast Regional Center. On behalf of Reverend Nagasi and all the members, we would like to thank you for your appreciation in our November Appreciation Service. Let us take this time to express our gratitude to God and Maisha-sama for all the blessings bestowed upon us. Please pray along silently as we have the opening prayer to God.
Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, to whom the sacred divine scroll and altar have been dedicated. With hearts filled with gratitude, we have gathered here before you to celebrate our Miroku Association USA November monthly appreciation service. On this very special day, we would like to offer our prayers of praise and gratitude for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received during this month. And we ask for permission to serve the divine plan as instruments of meishu-sama more than ever before, for the construction of the sacred grounds in North America and the establishment of paradise on earth. May we receive great light and spiritual strength to realize meishu-sama's ideal of creating paradise in our hearts, our home, our country, and in the world. Following the example of meishu-sama's great love and his teachings, let us build a strong faith within ourselves. The sincere service for the salvation of humanity through our basic practice of faith, attending service, giving and receiving Johrei, guiding family and friends, volunteer our time and labor, and providing offerings of gratitude are the essence of our mission in the construction of paradise on earth. Through these guidelines, may we deepen our understanding of the importance of the mission of this church and our individual missions for the salvation of humanity. Please allow all who are here today in person and those who are attending our online service to be permitted by the power of your love and light, and thereby deepening their awareness of your presence and of the existence of your great plan. Great God of light, please accept our prayers of gratitude and monetary appreciation offerings, strengthening and guiding us in your service to you and to humanity.
Please rise and join us for the Amatsu Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer found in your program and prayer book.
Taka'amahara ni kamzumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamuiza ino mikoto. Tsukushi no himoka no tachihana no. Odo no ahagi hara ni. Misogi harai tamo tokin narimaseru. Arai dono o kami tachi. Moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Arai tamae kiyome tamae tomaosu koto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami aoyorozu no kami tachi tomo ni. Ame no fuchi koma no mimi furitatete. Kikoshime seto kashikomi momaosu. Miroku o mikami. Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami. Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oya nushi no kami. Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oya nushi no kami. Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kamnagara tamachi haemase. Kamnagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creating giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Maisha-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, our reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please join us in the reading of Meisha-sama's poem, I Have Been Blessed, on page 51 of your prayer book and in your program.
If I should ever forget the priceless gift God has granted me, a special blessing of new life, I would be little more than peace. Just to be alive in good health, without troubles, brings me more happiness than all the wealth in the world. Whenever I pray at the sacred altar, my eyes fill with tears at the thought of my life renewed, the gift God has given me.
Please be seated. We will now receive Johrei. Thank you. We will now hear Maisha-sama's teachings. Human sickness, conflict, and poverty are all caused by the deviation from truth. God intended that we should live under ideal conditions, and these will be established when humanity attunes itself to the laws of nature. The resulting society will be one of beauty and virtue, and all will live in a state of ultimate happiness. This is the true picture of what we call a paradise on earth. The ultimate goal of humanity is the establishment of paradise on earth, and the realization of truth is the sole path to this goal. This is the essential mission of our work, to show the way to truth in order for each person to fulfill his or her divine purpose. Abigail has a few very important announcements for us.
Good morning. Hello, good morning. National Headquarters Monthly Service is the first Sunday of the month. Our services are always on the second and fourth Sundays of the month. Johrei gatherings in Dallas, Texas, and Moorhead, Minnesota, and San Diego will be on Saturday, November 20th. Every week, we have Zoom study sessions of Meishu-sama's teachings. Tuesdays, they're in Portuguese, and Wednesday in English at 6:30 on Zoom. Let's talk about Ikebana. Aren't the flowers beautiful? Contact Instructor Valeria for more information about regular classes, but we will have our Thanksgiving workshop next week, November 20th at 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. right here at the church. We still have some seats available, so don't wait. Reserve your spot and bring to your home these flowers of light. Our church will be closed for Thanksgiving on the 25th, 26th, and 27th. On the 28th, we'll resume our activities with our monthly ancestor service at 11 a.m. Thank you.
We would like to invite Reverend Rodrigo Nagazi to share some thoughts with us.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our church, to our monthly appreciation service. How are you today? Good? Yes. Beautiful day outside. Huh? Ready to go to the beach or park or somewhere? All right, I'm ready. Ryan brought the basketball, shorts. Said, Daddy, today we're going to be praying all day. Pray, and play. After praying. But welcome everybody again. Thank you very much for the effort to be here. I really appreciate the commitment, right, and the decision to be here praying with us to God and Meishu-sama for the salvation of our ancestors and for all humanity. More than ever before, we need prayers, we need positive vibration and positive thoughts. So this is the day. We always say that this is the most important day of the month, the day that we get together and we report to God everything that is going on in our lives, and also we request everything that we need to accomplish our mission. So it's a very important day. Meisha-sama even mentioned, for all the members who wish to receive blessings and protection, they cannot miss the day of the service. So that's something that we should always keep in mind. I always would like to thank you all for the prayers, for all the Johrei that you do at your home and your workplace, here at the church, and also your donations of gratitude and everything you do for the construction of paradise on earth, for the effort to make Meishu-sama's ideal a reality in our lives. What is Meishu-sama's ideal? To build a better world, a paradise on earth, right? He always said that is something that we will build step by step. And I would like to go back again for what I said last time here about how we should practice Meishu-sama's faith, how we should build our lives step by step. Do you remember? What did I say? No? I think you do, and I think you have been practicing. And I think that you are trying to make one extra step to accomplish that mission. If you don't remember any point, I gave a lot of points. Go back to the Facebook or YouTube. We have all the services available that you can watch and study it again. What Nagase said about that? I don't remember all the points. You might remember one. Go back there, and then you can refresh your memory, refresh your mind, and then practice again, right? Today also is a very important day personally. Do you guess what day is it for me? No? The day that I got married to the most beautiful, intelligent, and strong woman in the world. Today is our 12th anniversary, right? 12? Is it 12? Oops. We talk later. No, I made that math in the morning. I think it's 12. But yes, thank you very much for everything you do for us, for me, Raya, and our family. I love you, and I hope you can be together forever. This life. Let's see about the other one. But it's good to appreciate. And of course, when you ask, how is Jana? Jana is doing fine. Ryan, everybody's okay. And we usually answer that. But we know, right, after 12 years, how much we need to put as an effort, how much we had to overcome, the differences between us, right, the challenges that the life bring to us, and of course, being together, we have to figure out together. And the answer sometimes is not the same for both. And we need to figure out even the different answer for the same situation. It is challenging, right? But that's how we grow. That's how we build. Meisha-sama says we build a home of light, right? A paradise in our homes. It is going through many things, right? So one thing that we really made clear is to be happy, we should be together. And together is not 100% agreeing with each other. That's important, right? I think that Meisha-sama gave us many, many teachings and how to build paradise. And he explained, and I shared a little bit last time about purification, right? It is a process that we go to eliminate the spiritual clouds that we have, but also comes with many, sometimes struggles, pains, and that's something that we have to work on with our faith, our love, and seeing why we are doing things, right? But anyway, thank you again. One more thing that I would like to share. Yesterday, Reverend Vanya and her family arrived in Boston, Massachusetts, and now they will start a new chapter in their lives. She came last month, and we didn't know, actually, we knew, but it wasn't sure about the date, but she had to move because her husband moved there because of work, and then they all moved to the East Coast. And at the same time that we are like, oh, she's leaving us, it is close, right? It's just 5-6 hours flying, and with this technology, we will always be connected. We will always be able to see each other, right? We will miss her and her family here, but we all always, of course, wish her the best. She said she would be watching, so thank you, Reverend Vanya. Thank you very much. So one point that I shared last month, last service, was about pragmatism, right? How meishu-sama always advocate faith into our lives, not just something theoretical, like, oh, just, okay, yeah, I believe in God. Yes, I pray. But he shared his experience and how to be effectively putting faith into our lives. It is not easy because time is limited to everyone. We have 24 hours a day. We have to sleep, right? Who likes sleeping? We have to eat. We have to work. We have to enjoy our family, ourselves. So it's a lot of things we need to do, right? And Maisha-sama also, he emphasized the importance of us taking the time to serve God. And we might say, okay, I can serve God, and that's true anywhere. In my home, I can serve God, of course. But to take the time consciously, as you did today, to be for being here, it is something totally different. And everything in life is like that. We can have quality time with our kids or just being with our kids. We live together. What can I do? The kid is there. All right, so let's watch a movie. I can watch a movie, but I can do something else for myself. I can be 1 minute with my, I was about to say my girlfriend, but it's my wife. Still my girlfriend. I can be with her for 1 minute with quality time, consciously that I'm here. Or I can be 12 years just being here. So to make the decision to serve God, it is consciously make the decision and put in your schedule priority. This is the day that I will serve God. And that changes everything. November is one of the best months for me. Besides that, it is also Thanksgiving. It is, for me, the most joyous holidays of all. I really enjoyed, maybe because in Brazil we don't have Thanksgiving. And for me, it's so special. I searched why they started and why they do it. It's just to be thankful for the harvest. And they would share all the food to each other. Whatever you have, you give some to me, I give some to you. And we do a grateful and joyous feast. Just to be thankful for everything God gives us, right? Even though it's not related to religion, all religions gives a lot of importance to this holiday. So gratitude, for me, personally, is the symbol of faith. Everything starts, right, with gratitude. If we trust God, I'm grateful. I trust the faith that I've been building, so I'm grateful all the time. Not just when it is okay, but sometimes when it's not okay, we can be grateful as well, right? I would like to share one faith experience that I heard and was so beautiful. And I think will give us even more inspiration to serve God. So I will read. Good morning, everyone. I have been a member for 34 years, and since 2016, I have been serving as the head of the Johrei Center Andradina, linked to the Araçatuba Church in the countryside of São Paulo. I would like to share the great miracle I received through the sum of merits that generated light to save my ancestors and change my fate. Since I was little, I accompanied my parents in their service day in the church and at the sacred grounds. Through this, I have built my faith on the teachings of meishu-sama, Johrei, and on the basic practices of our faith. In 2010, my mother began to purify with severe back pain, even passing out in her workplace. We did a battery of exams, and she was diagnosed with advanced kidney failure. One of the kidneys had stopped, and the other was working only 10% of its normal capacity. The specialist stated that the case was extremely serious. She started to undergo hemodialysis 3 times a week and received an average of 4 hours of Johrei daily. After 6 months, she made the transition to the spiritual world at the age of 63. Despite the severity of the purification, we could always see on her face an expression of tranquility and gratitude. I believe her posture and faith helped to ease the suffering caused by the disease in the same way that it brought comfort to our family. In 2016, I started to show weakness, very tired, and frequent fading. I sought guidance from the head minister of the church, who recommended that I receive 4 hours of Johrei for 30 days and consult a doctor. After this period, despite being better, I did exams, and it was detected that my kidneys were working at only 18% capacity. The doctor informed me that I was 1 step away from needing hemodialysis. The recommendation was to follow a salt-restricted diet and continue with routine follow-up. I lost my ground as I remember my mom's purification and imagined that the same would happen to me. During this period, I had already received the mission of being responsible for the Johrei Center and made serving the divine work the most important point in my life. So I materialized a special donation of gratitude, offering with my utmost effort, and prayed that my life would be spared, as I would like to serve more, saving as many people as possible. Following the minister guidance, I participated on every monthly pilgrimage to the sacred ground. I intensified the practice of Johrei, the study of the teachings, and I consumed almost exclusively natural and organic food. At the same time, I guided and took care of people, always with love and affection, giving them hope to overcome their difficulties, aiming to make them happy and useful instruments on the construction of paradise on earth. The minister always told me that the gratitude I would receive from these individuals and their ancestors would turn into light to save my ancestors and change my life. Pilgrimages to the sacred grounds were very difficult. 22 hours round trip, and all time sitting only accentuated the pain. During the journey, I used to receive Johrei from the ministers and members, and I was able to complete the trips. I never gave up on coming in search of light at the sacred grounds, because I knew that my salvation was also linked to that effort. The pain was intense, and I once went 5 days without urinating. right? On that occasion, I received Johrei for 120 hours without stop. After this period, I went to the bathroom and eliminated a dark earring with a strong odor, which caused an excessive burning sensation. After this episode, I felt a great relief. At another time, with severe pain, I received 72 hours straight of Johrei and expelled a kidney stone measuring approximately 1 centimeter. Moments like these made me reflect on the importance of Johrei assistance. I understood that through the love I was receiving from ministers and members, Meisha-sama taught me how I should act towards others. In this way, I became more and more involved in channeling Johrei to people in purification, visiting and holding Johrei meetings in their homes. I confess that many times in severe pain, I still channel Johrei and help the members. So I asked Maisha-sama to, at least for that moment, alleviate the discomfort so that I could serve as his instrument to help those most in need. As soon as they would share with me the miracles and blessings that they had received, I invited them to come to the sacred grounds to thank Maisha-sama and to retribute by serving through the channeling of Johrei. With that, I gained the gratitude and respect of those I cared for, and little by little, I also were able to overcome my own purification. The pain gradually eased, and urinary function returned to normal. The more people I guided and helped to serve, the less pain I had, and my quality of life improved to the point that in 2019, the symptoms completely stopped. In December of the same year, I performed routine exams, and for my surprise, the kidneys were working at 100% capacity. I couldn't hold back the tears, and I remember the day when before the altar of the divine light, I gave my life to God and Meishu-sama. The purification lasted 3 years, and during this period, I took care of approximately 80 people, and 36 of them received this sacred focal point, the Ohikari. Currently, my health is excellent, and I have never had urinary problems again. I believe that the virtue generated by sincerely serving the divine work has reached my ancestors and provided a change in their position in the spiritual world. After being blessed with this great miracle, more than ever before, my commitment is to bring as many people as possible in contact with the divine light, which transformed my life. I thank God, Meisha-sama, and my ancestors for the wonderful blessing of receiving a new life to serve the divine work. Thank you. Very nice, huh? Yes. I read and I was inspired even more to serve God, right? The commitment that she had in serving God with even going through pain, right? And I also had through a very hard purification. I had a lot of pain in my back. I had surgery and everything. And I remember me also doing the same. And the doctors couldn't believe that I was without any pain medicines. And I was walking, right? Even one doctor saw my x-ray and he was talking to a friend of mine. I wasn't there because she took to the doctor. He was like, yes, this old man, what, he's 80 years old? And she was like, no, he's 30. And he was like, oh, no, he cannot walk, right? And she said, no, he's walking. He was like, wow, this alone is a miracle, right? And of course, this person through this kidney failure problem, of course, she would be treated by medicine as well. But we don't know if she would recover completely or if she would be doing hemodialysis still nowadays. That's something that she made a commitment right? And Meisha-sama, she always said about, in many teachings, and she even wrote a teaching called The Secret to Happiness, right? Because without health, it is very hard to be happy, to be really happy. So Meisha-sama says the secret to happiness lies in helping others to become happy. This is all that is necessary for us to do. To put it simply, it is to do as much good as possible. Once individuals who perform good deeds increase, imagine what will happen to our nation and then to all humanity. As a result, unhappy problems will disappear and paradise on earth, free from disease, poverty and conflict, will become a reality. Many times we think, yeah, but if the system doesn't change, I would never be happy. Yeah, if this doesn't change, it is very hard. I'm one person trying to make happen. The others are trying to go against. We always have many reasons, and I don't blame you because that's true. This is what happened in our world. But as this example today, we need to overcome our own barriers to do something different, right? As I said before, to put as a priority, to serve, right? It's like an investment. If you invest your money in anything, right, you can do a simple math how much it's gonna grow, and in many years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you have this kind of money, right? If you want to have more, we need to invest more, right? You can take it earlier, but we will end one day. So if you don't keep investing, it will end. It's like saving accounts, right? If you save for 30 years and start spending, one day it will end if you don't save more. So spiritually it's the same, right? Everything that we do, every service that we do, is more spiritual energies, more spiritual virtue that we accumulate in the spiritual realm. And that's what will bring balance to our lives, right? Meisha-sama never ask anyone to be at the church all day long doing everything. But he always said about the effort, even to come to the sacred grounds. This is our sacred grounds. This is where you should come to receive light, to receive guidance, right? Remember also, Meisha says that spirit precedes the physical. So everything that we see, any change that we want to make, we know. We can watch YouTube and know anything that you want to accomplish, right? In our apartment right now, I Google how to do this with the cabinet, and I'm doing the same to fix the cabinet. It's very easy to do that. Even anything, yoga, anything you can learn online, right? This is the physical part of it. What about the spirit? If everything starts the spirit, if you want to make a change, the physical part of it, we know what to do. But the spirit that is invisible, that's the place we should learn. We should come and learn, right? Yesterday, somebody came purifying, and she couldn't even walk through the door, right? And she had to lay down. She lay down for a couple of minutes, and like a dream, that discomfort just disappeared, right? She was here, wasn't doing much, just laying down, receiving Johrei, drinking water. And after a couple of minutes, she came back and said, I don't know what happened, but I'm okay. I want to help. I want to serve. So this is all the experiences we can do, right, when you come. Meisha always says about the difference between therapies and serving God. He says that any therapy focus only on the effect. What's going on? What's happening right now? What is your symptoms? And that's what we treat. And don't make me don't take me wrong. It is very important. It's very good. Sometimes we need something, therapies. But Maisha says, if we don't focus on the cause of it, we will always have like a loop. We will get better and then go back. Why? Because what is causing it is still there. Make sense? Right? It's a loop. We get better and then we go back. Get better and we go back. Right? So Maisha says, the primary purpose of Johrei is not to effect physical healing. Johrei is an action that brings about spiritual fulfillment and true happiness on earth. I say this because, as many of you already know, sickness is a form of purification. The real cause of sickness is clouds on the spiritual body, which are dispelled through that purification. Johrei is a way by which all the negative experiences of a person can be eliminated. In this sense, poverty and conflict are also manifestations of purification. However, the most serious of all purifications is illness, because it involves one's very life. Therefore, when the problem of disease is solved, other miseries, such as poverty and conflict, are automatically solved too. Since the solution of these miseries is essential for the attainment of true happiness, it needs to be clearly understood that the cause of all miseries is clouds on the spiritual body, and that the simplest and surest way to dispel clouds and attain true happiness is Johrei. Therefore, Johrei is not merely something to be used for the healing of physical illness. So, physical purification, like illness, mental illness, spiritual illness, emotional illness, right? We all have in some degree. So the effort to come to practice Johrei, for me, and I have experienced and we can see, is the best or the surest way to change that situation, right? So let's make the commitment to change our lives, right? It's very simple. Johrei can be practiced anywhere, right? But of course, as this person, when we are going through a difficult time, we need to be the same effort. How much we want to change, how much we are asking. And that's how much we need to make the effort. Right? It is a very strong, very difficult purification. We need also to be thorough about our commitment, right? Maisha says, just to conclude, he says, we need to build our lives step by step. That's why he wrote many teachings that we can do with joy. He never advocated sacrifice. Oh, okay, so I need to sacrifice myself. No. It's the effort, step by step. Build your life step by step. Not in a rush. Oh, I want to do everything. No, it's constancy. Every single day, every single thing that we want to accomplish one by one, right? We can make goals. We can really make a thought, right, object that we want to accomplish, and we build our posture and everything toward that goal. Okay? So thank you very much. God bless you all.
This concludes our monthly appreciation service. Thank you for your attendance and your continued service. Be safe, and may God and Maisha-sama bless you all.